Are you tired of living on medication, hearing that there is no solution and that you will have to live with diabetes, hypertension, or fatty liver for the rest of your life? What if I told you that there are foods that literally talk to your cells, activating natural healing mechanisms within your body? Today, I will reveal the 15 foods that fight these silent diseases, and that can change your life naturally and permanently. And stay until the end, because the last food on the list is so powerful that it is being studied as a substitute for high-cost medications. Diabetes, high blood pressure, and fatty liver are what we call the inflammatory triad. And do you know what they have in common? They are all metabolic diseases caused by poor eating habits, a sedentary lifestyle, and an overload of toxins. The pancreas stops producing insulin properly, the liver accumulates fat, and the blood vessels become rigid, raising blood pressure. And all of this can start silently without symptoms. But little by little, you start to lose your vitality, your energy, and your quality of life. That's why what you eat can be your medicine or your poison. The 15 powerful foods. 1. Broccoli and cruciferous vegetables. Why they work: rich in sulforaphane, a compound that activates detoxifying enzymes in the liver. Benefits: reduces fat in the liver, controls glucose, lowers blood pressure. How to consume: steamed, sautéed with garlic, or in detox juices with lemon. 2. Blueberries. Why they work: high antioxidant power, rich in anthocyanins, which reduce inflammation. Benefits: increases insulin sensitivity, improves circulation, controls appetite. How to consume: one handful per day, can be added to natural yogurt or oatmeal. 3. Garlic. Why it works: contains allicin, which cleans the arteries and regulates blood pressure. Benefits: reduces bad cholesterol, improves liver function, has anti-diabetic action. How to consume: raw, mashed, and rested for 10 minutes, 1 clove per day. 4. Avocado. Why it works: rich in monounsaturated fat and glutathione, which cleans the liver. Benefits: reduces visceral fat, stabilizes glucose, prevents blood pressure spikes. How to consume: 1/4 avocado per day with lemon or in sugar-free smoothies. 5. Extra virgin olive oil. Why it works: contains anti-inflammatory polyphenols. Benefits: reduces inflammation, protects the liver, improves blood vessel elasticity. How to consume: always raw. Used to finish salads and vegetables. 6. Beans, black beans, lentils, chickpeas. Why they work: rich in soluble fiber and vegetable proteins. Benefits: reduces the glycemic index of meals, protects the liver from overload, stabilizes blood pressure. How to consume: cook with herbs and without processed meats, 1 ladle per day. 7. Ginger. Why it works: natural anti-inflammatory, improves circulation and digestion. Benefits: reduces insulin resistance, stimulates metabolism, helps detoxify the liver. How to consume: grated in juices, teas, or water with lemon in the morning. 8. Kale. Why it works: rich in chlorophyll, iron, and magnesium. Benefits: regenerates the liver, stabilizes blood pressure, prevents glucose spikes. How to consume: raw in juices or lightly sautéed with garlic. 9. Brazil nuts and walnuts. Why they work: rich in selenium and good fats. Benefits: reduces oxidative stress, improves liver function, controls triglycerides. How to consume: 1 Brazil nut or 3 walnuts per day. 10. Lemon. Why it works: alkalizing and rich in vitamin C. Benefits: cleanses the liver, stabilizes blood sugar, reduces fluid retention. How to consume: on an empty stomach with warm water or throughout the day. 11. Green tea. Why it works: rich in catechins and mild stimulants. Benefits: accelerates metabolism, fights fatty liver, regulates blood pressure. How to consume 1 to 2 cups per day away from meals. 12th, carrot. Why it works. Source of beta-carotene and fiber. Benefits. Protects liver cells. Stabilizes blood sugar. Improves intestinal transit. How to consume. Grated raw, steamed, or in juices. 13. Oily fish. Sardines, salmon, mackerel. Why they work. Rich in omega-3. Natural anti-inflammatory. Benefits. Reduces systemic inflammation. Protects liver and heart. Controls blood sugar and blood pressure. How to consume. Twice a week, grilled or baked. 14. Cinnamon. Why it works. Reduces glucose and increases metabolism. Benefits. Improves insulin sensitivity. Controls sugar spikes. Stimulates the brain. How to consume. 1 teaspoon a day. In coffee, tea, or fruit. 15. Turmeric plus black pepper. Why it works. Curcumin has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant action. Benefits. Regenerates liver cells. Improves circulation. Balances glucose and blood pressure. How to consume. 1 teaspoon of turmeric plus 1 pinch of pepper in teas or savory dishes. Imagine building your routine with these powerful foods. You don't need radical diets. You need smart consistency. Practical example of a day. Breakfast, oatmeal with blueberries and cinnamon, green tea with lemon and turmeric. Lunch, broccoli, beans, sautéed kale, grilled fish, 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Dinner, vegetable soup with garlic and ginger, avocado with lemon for dessert. Mr. Jose, 63 years old, was about to start taking insulin. In 90 days, he changed his diet with this list. Results? Normal blood sugar, controlled blood pressure, and clear liver tests. This transformation is within everyone's reach, including you. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Comment, "I want the full menu," if you want me to bring you a video with detailed recipes using these 15 foods. And subscribe to the channel with the bell activated. This is where you learn how to live without depending on medicine.